Have you ever wondered if an album could be more than just a collection of songs? What if it was telling a complete story, with a real beginning, middle, and an end? Well, today, we're diving deep into exactly that. We're going to uncover the hidden narrative journey of Enigma's album, The Fall of a Rebel Angel, and trace this incredible myth of a soul's fall and ultimate redemption. So, what exactly is the story of this fallen angel? Now, this isn't going to be your typical music review. I want you to think of this as a modern-day myth told completely through sound. We're following a single character, our protagonist, on this epic journey, from their fall from grace all the way to their final triumphant redemption. And our guide for this whole exploration is a really detailed interpretation by Dr. Kaushal Desai. His track-by-track analysis gives us this fascinating lens to see the hidden narrative. So for this explainer, we're going to be following his perspective to trace the story he uncovered in the music. All right, Act 1. Our story begins, as so many do, with a fall. This first act throws our protagonist into a world of confusion and consequences, and it really sets the stage for the entire journey ahead. So the journey kicks off with the track Circle 8. Dr. Desai interprets this as a world that is just completely distorted. It's a place where you literally can't escape the consequences of your past actions. He even calls this feeling karma perception, and man, it sets this chaotic, unsettling tone right from the get-go. And that feeling of consequence, it gets intensified immediately. The very next track, The Omega Point, asks this haunting question. Isn't it judgment flavor you are finding? Suddenly, it's not just random chaos anymore. It's the distinct taste of judgment. You just know a reckoning is coming. Dr. Desai's idea of the Omega Point is actually really fascinating. It's not about some grim final end. He sees it as this crucial moment for reflection, a chance to look at your past and your present and understand that every ending, well, it happens for a reason. It's a moment that's actually filled with potential, not just doom. But that potential is already locked in. By the time we hit the track, the die is cast, the choice has been made. The title says it all, right? Events are already in motion. The reviewer points out that for our protagonist, there's just no turning back from this path. The consequences have to be faced head on. Okay, let's move into Act 2. This is where things really heat up, and we see how all this builds into the core conflict of the story, this fierce internal battle between hope and despair, light and dark. Just when it seems like our angel is locked into this dark, downward spiral, a beacon of hope appears. It's the track Mother, which Dr. Desai actually calls his favorite on the whole album. He says it introduces this powerful sense of light, describing it as full of inspirational mode flutes with beauty of living. It's just this moment of pure uplifting grace. And according to the review, the song Mother isn't just music. It's this huge symbol for all these powerful virtues. It's described as a tree of acceptance and a deep ocean of love, a really profound source of strength for our protagonist in the middle of their struggle. But that light doesn't last. The very next track, Agnus Dei, plunges us right back into the conflict. Dr. Desai highlights its Gothic element of light and dark, which is just this stark reminder that the path to redemption is never a straight line. The internal battle is still raging. This whole conflict really peaks in the track Oxygen Red. Here, our angel faces this incredibly stark choice. Do you embrace a poison world of pride and conflict, or do you seek the cure of life and glide into the light? The entire journey really just hangs on this single decision. And that decision leads us right into Act 3, the turning point of the entire story. After all that intense struggle, the journey finally turns inward, toward confession, clarity, and eventually absolution. This whole process kicks off in Confession of the Mind. Dr. Desai notes that the track starts with this feeling of confusion, representing a mind that's still scattered and caught in that battle we just talked about. But, the title itself promises there's a way through it all. So Dr. Desai breaks this inner journey down into a 3-step transformation. First, you have to acknowledge the initial confusion. From there, the act of confession allows you to start thinking out of the box to find a new path forward. And the final step? Achieving oneness, this state of total clarity with one power, one thought. And the result of all that intense inner work is, well, fittingly, absolution. In the track Absolvo, Dr. Desai finds the outcome perfectly described in this beautiful quote, a peace so profound that it literally restores your identity and gives you a reason to smile again. It's a moment of true, honest-to-goodness release. And that brings us to the final act,
A triumphant and hopeful conclusion. This is it. This is the redemption our rebel angel has been fighting for this entire time.
The final track is called Amen, and its emotional power is just captured so perfectly in this one line from the review. It's about reaching a point where your tears are no longer for sorrow, but for the glory of joy. I mean, wow. This is the ultimate emotional climax of the entire journey.
In Dr. Desai's view, this song is the final celebration. It's an amen to all the virtues that were fought for and finally won: love, dignity, peace, and hope. This is such a powerful statement about what the angel's whole journey was really for.
So, after all that, what's the ultimate takeaway from this epic musical journey? Dr. Desai boils it all down to this one powerful final message. After everything, the distortion, the judgment, the battle, the lesson is one of self-belief and living in alignment with your own truth. And so, the story of the rebel angel doesn't end in darkness. It ends with redemption, with joy, and with hope. It's this incredible musical reminder that even after a fall, there's always a path back to truth and peace. And that kind of leaves us with a final thought to chew on. What gives your own story a hopeful amen?